We found you overdosed in a parking lot at the gas station, okay? You weren't breathing?
Addiction is very painful, it hurts.
It changed my whole chemistry and my way of thinking.
I wanted to be clean so bad, but it's just too hard.
I thought, this is my poor daughter. What happened to you? What happened to you?
Where are you?
Where are you? But I know she was always in there.
Were you nervous to tell me your story?
Yeah, for sure.
Why?
Because what kind of piece of shit uses when they're pregnant? It was terrifying.
People paint drug dealers as, I don't know, you call them a boogeyman, you call it, you know, you're the bad guy. Why'd you want to talk to me?
The Text Now subscriber you were trying to reach is not available.
She relapsed.
She is in severe withdrawal. It's actually more dangerous to stop using if you're already pregnant.
It doesn't go away.
I'm not saying that no patient could be weaned off and remain stable. I'm saying very few.
We have a male in his 30s that's unresponsive and not breathing.
Oh my God.
I'm not scared.
It can cause the baby to die.
It is still there. I never really understood what a drug addict was. Now, after experiencing it, I see it a lot differently.
When you hear crisis, like a crisis ends, the fentanyl crisis is just evolving. The CDC reported that overdose deaths were going down. That's good news. But I was just going through it again. It's not the full picture, because if you look further in the data, it shows that while overdose deaths were down among white Americans, they went up among Black Americans and Pacific Islanders. And that's just looking back, right? Looking forward, this year, among Black men in their 30s and 40s, overdose deaths are expected to increase by more than 10%. People are still dying because they are not, for many reasons and many factors, they're not getting the help that they need. They're not getting the services they need. They're not getting the outreach that has proven successful in other sections of society.
Addiction is very painful, it hurts. To some people, it's, I guess, a way of life. Like people, they go through the motions, and addiction is just one of the emotions that you go through.
What does withdrawal feel like?
It honestly sucks, like right now. That's what it feels like. What?
Are you feeling it right now?
Oh yeah, big time.
What is it? What are you feeling right now?
A lot of pain in my lower back. I'm trying my best to hold my composure, stand up straight.
Yeah.
My legs, I'm getting pins and needles in my feet, my legs. So I keep doing this. I got bad headaches.
What drugs are you doing?
Dope.
Chase, can you hit me? Being a woman and being of color, I've learned that sometimes talking about my experience can help somebody. The tranq, that's a whole different ballgame. You know, fentanyl, you can go maybe 8 hours before you get sick. With the tranq, you're going 2 hours before you have to, do more. I've been on methadone. Methadone is only treating, the withdrawal from fentanyl, not the tranq. The tranq is more in the barbiturate category.
Is it just unrealistic for you? Is that what it feels
It's
like?
just
Like
so
there's no way out?
difficult, you know? There's no other way to go through withdrawal and get clean without some degree of uncomfortability, you know? That's pretty extreme. I know people that have been having, you know, seizures, and I know a lot of people that have died going through withdrawal.
Do you trust your dealers?
That's a touchy one. In the Kensington area, dealers are replaceable. One day they're not around, and the next guy pops up, and you know, it's just, it doesn't matter who's giving it to you. You know, it's like you need it regardless.
Do you blame them for the problem?
I personally take responsibility for my own using.
We in the heart of North Philadelphia.
How old were you when you started dealing?
12. I'm 35 now.
I mean, you got into this when you were
Young.
a child yourself.
Yeah. My mom was a drug addict, so, you know, certain shit is inevitable.
Do you use too?
I used to. I'm recovering. Like, I'm a recovering addict. I like to acknowledge that, because that shit is hard. You feel what I'm saying?
You know, people paint drug dealers as, I don't know, you call them a
No, I
boogeyman,
know,
you call
I know,
it, you know,
I know,
you're
I know how they paint
you're the
us.
bad guy. So why'd you want to talk to me?
Because I want people to know our story. We up out here. We don't sell drugs because we want to. We sell that shit because it's the only time we ever seen motherfuckers where we come from get rich.
Do you know if anyone's died from any of the drugs that you've sold them?
I don't know. And I'm gonna keep it real. I wouldn't want to know if they did, because that shit is hurtful. Even though we know what we do.
What do you sell?
I don't got no specific shit. Like, I done touch everything from pills, ice, coke, weed.
You know, the view is that the dealers are pushing the fentanyl into the supply because it's cheaper, it's stronger, it's more addictive.
And you might got some people who do. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'ma just keep it real. I don't with them type of people, because I know who they giving it to. They giving it to us.
Do you trust your supplier?
Yeah, but still, like, he may not know who he getting it from. Like, how much precaution do you take when you get it from where you get it from?
What kind of precautions do you take for the stuff you buy?
I test it now. I'm a little bit older than a lot of the dudes out in the street, so my level of consciousness is different now. Say I make a mistake and sell him something. He died because I sold him some shit and it was laced with something. Going to jail for the rest of my natural black ass life because I'm black and he's white. I understand how this shit go.
Every single time I grab, I test. Every time. I have received a large amount of crack cocaine, did contain some fentanyl in it. This drug is crack cocaine. I take my test strip, stab it into the water. If it was to have one line, it'll come back positive for fentanyl. 2 lines, then that means it's negative.
I got addicted to painkillers after a surgery. I tore my ACL when I was like 15. You know, doctors back then, you know, were pushing pills.
Your family, are you in touch with them at all?
Anytime I've tried to get clean, they've been as supportive as possible. You know, will do anything for me. My friends will post on my Facebook saying like that they miss me or, you know, they're looking for me. I don't really look at it while I'm out here. It just gets me emotional.
You know, there's so many people who just say, just quit, just stop, just stop. What would you like those people to understand?
You know, people don't give up their children, their homes.
There you go.
Jobs for no reason. When you put that in perspective, like, there's gotta be something to it. And it could be anybody. It's your everyday people that just like end up in a hard place sometimes. We're not bad people.